Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first official broadcast of the Wrestling Planet. I am Chucky, aka Crazy C, and I'm here to give you my wrestling views and opinions on the sport. This week, our first episode will deal with World Wrestling Entertainment. I will talk about Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I will talk about Superstars. I will talk about the King of the Ring tournament and the upcoming pay-per-view. This is the very first episode, so watch and listen. The first topic I'm going to talk about is the Nexus and John Cena. Now, the Nexus does have some very credible athletes, and one of them that is not very credible is that really bad British wrestler, Wade Barrett, with the worst finishing move in all of Nexus. But with all the bad parts of Nexus, you have what I call the crown jewels, which is Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, and Michael McGillicuddy. It really should be not Michael McGillicuddy, but it should be Joe Henning, the son of Mr. Perfect. Everybody's really good in this past Monday night on Raw. John Cena, who showed up again, assaulting the Nexus members outside of the building. So, of course, John Cena's not going to go anywhere. It's Vince McMahon's crown jewel. But John Cena really needs to do something, revamp his character, do something, because it's becoming stale. And in the live events, for you have seen the live events this past weekend, you saw John Cena donning a purple and yellow Mexican wrestling mask, going under the name Juan Cena. Very bad, not too good. John Cena really needs to invoke something. And the Nexus, they don't have the credibility they once had. They need something. Something very good, something powerful. Randy Orton. Randy Orton is, of course, in my opinion, not only the apex predator, not only the Viper, he is the best athlete on Raw, on SmackDown, or on Superstars. The Viper Randy Orton, who recently lost the WWE Championship, which I will talk about it in a few minutes, but Randy Orton is the modern day Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is very good, very gifted, does a really good match, great interviews. That crazy mentality of his gimmick is really awesome. Randy Orton is what he has it. And I really think that Randy Orton losing the WWE Championship after just getting it back in September to The Miz was a bad mistake. The Miz isn't really what I call a credible athlete. Yes, he has good matches. Yes, he was a great United States heavyweight champion. But The Miz does not deserve to be the WWE champion. Case in point, for anybody that saw Monday Night Raw, the tables, ladders, and chairs match, his first WWE Championship title defense against Jerry the King Lawler. When there's so many better talented athletes back there, they could have brought anybody out. I think it's really bad for Jerry Lawler to get the first title shot. Yes, it was his birthday. Yes, he's never had a WWE title match, but that is not good. Anybody, the Nexus, could have a title shot. Wade Barrett could have come out and said, it was my chance to be the WWE champion, and you stole it from me, Miz. He could have done anything, but Miz's title win and his title defense are lackluster. As Randy Orton was injured, you could tell he was injured by that kick by Husky Harris to the kneecap. Now, next thing I'm going to talk about is SmackDown. SmackDown has so much talent. You have Drew McIntyre, who, yes, may not have the most wrestling ability, but he has it, and he has the big desire to be a good heel. But SmackDown does have the most overrated superstars. There are 3 superstars that come to my mind right now. Number 1, the world's heavyweight champion, Kane. Kane is extremely overrated, and just, he shouldn't have the spot he has now. He's been the world heavyweight champion since July, and he's feuding with Edge. Edge has been the world champion 9 times. It's time to give the title shot to somebody else, else besides him. And the second man on my list, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio Jr. is extremely overrated, and anybody that thinks he's an amazing athlete, I test you to watch AJ Styles, The Amazing Red. Anybody from TNA can do everything he does. And the last but not least, Alberto Del Rio. Now, I respect that, being a Mexican athlete myself, and the fact that, yes, I have competed in the ring before, but Alberto Del Rio is not your Mexican wrestler. He's not great, he's not gifted, and he has a weak attempt at an armbar. I've seen better arm bars from independent wrestlers who have only had 1 or 2 years experience in the business. Now, case in point, you do have some really good talented people on SmackDown. One of them that comes to my mind is Caval. Caval is very talented. I've been watching him for years, ever since he was in Ring of Honor, when he was in TNA, when he wrestled for 0-1. Caval should get the Intercontinental Championship. That would be the best opportunity for him, and he could really elevate the title. Another athlete on SmackDown that should be world champion. This is my opinion, my view, and I hope someone in the WWE watches this video here on the Wrestling Planet, is Christian. Christian was in TNA, was a 3-time TNA World's Heavyweight Champion, and deserves that opportunity and that shot again. He went and only lost 2 pay-per-view matches in 3 years. And one of them was against the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Christian is holding the company on his shoulders. Very great athlete. Now I'm going to talk about the King of the Ring. The King of the Ring tournament had its ups and downs. The Ezekiel Jackson, John Morrison match was really bad. The Bryan Danielson, Alberto Del Rio match was really bad. But John Morrison was the one that saved the tournament and made it something worth watching. But for Sheamus to win the King of the Ring tournament, the Celtic Warrior does not deserve that kind of recognition. He's not that good. He's not that gifted. And the two men who deserved to win the tournament was the United States Champion, Bryan Danielson, or John Morrison. 2 very good athletes. That was the worst King of the Ring tournament I've seen, and I've seen every single one of them. Been watching this sport since I was 2 years old. Since 1987, I've been watching the world of professional wrestling. So I think that gives me a good sense to be able to base what I say. And my last 2 points are: first, there's an upcoming pay-per-view, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. I hope it's better than the Survivor Series. But you never know. Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. Edge set to battle Kane again for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Miz and Randy Orton. Alberto Del Rio and Rey Mysterio. Hopefully, we get some good action. I'm hoping very much so that it delivers. WWE has not delivered a pay-per-view for me in over a year, not since Jeff Hardy won the WWE Championship at Armageddon 2009. That was the last good pay-per-view I saw. And on my final point, the similarities that I have seen lately in wrestling are: John Cena reminds me of The Rock. I see Jack Swagger as the new Kurt Angle. The Miz, I really don't see him as anything, but I do see CM Punk as the new Triple H. I also see Randy Orton as the new Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Orton Cena is still a great feud, and that is very good. And for all you WWE fans, real soon you can see the return of Triple H. On all the news boards, there's so much saying Triple H will return at any time. Well, I'm just about all out of time. I will see you next week for more of my WWE report. But also check out this Friday night where I am going to review the TNA Impact show, as well as I am going to talk about Final Resolution, which takes place this Sunday night. I am Crazy C, and this is the Wrestling Planet.